Hello everyone, how are you? Are you fine? Today we will start with the first lesson in the second term, which is called oscillatory motion. First, what is the mean of motion? Motion, it is the change of object position as time passes. So we have two types of motion. The first is called transitional motion, and the second is called periodic motion. Transitional motion, we talk about this type of motion in middle 1. And we said that transitional motion is the change the initial position of the object as time passes. For example, the motion of car, the motion of train, and the motion of our bodies from starting point to ending point. So, transitional motion have starting point and ending point, while the second type, which is called periodic motion. What is the mean of periodic motion? Periodic motion is regularly repeated in equal period of time, and for example of it, like pendulum and water waves. So motion may be transitional motion or periodic motion. Transitional motion like the motion of car, and periodic motion. Periodic motion like what? Like oscillatory motion, wave motion. Oscillatory motion like pendulum, and wave motion like water waves. In this unit, we will talk about the two types of periodic motion, which is called oscillatory motion and wave motion. In the first lesson, we will talk about oscillatory motion, and in the second lesson, we will talk about wave motion. In this lesson, we will start with oscillatory motion. First, what is the properties of oscillatory motion? Number one has amplitude. So what is the mean of amplitude? It is the maximum displacement done or achieved by oscillating body away from its point of rest, and we can measure it by meter. That is called amplitude. The second property, which is called complete oscillation. It is a movement made by oscillating body when it passes a single point in its passes of motion to successive time in the same direction. And the pendulum complete one oscillation when it covers distance from B, A, C, A to B again. So it moves with a point what? Two time or two successive time. So we can conclude that the complete oscillation consists of 4 amplitudes. What do you know of amplitude? Displacements. Next, the third property, which is called periodic time. So what is the meaning of periodic time? It is the time needed by oscillating body to make a complete oscillation. So it is the time to make 4 amplitudes. So the periodic time is denoted by T, while periodic time is measured by second and determined by relation what? Periodic time equal time that's measured by second over number of complete oscillation. For example, what is the periodic time for a pendulum oscillating in the figure? He wants to get what? Periodic what? Periodic time. So periodic time equal time over number of complete oscillation. So the time is half over number of complete oscillation 4, so the periodic time is equal to seconds. Next, the last property in oscillation motion is called frequency. So what is the meaning of frequency? It is the number of complete oscillation in 1 second, and its unit is hertz. A simple pendulum makes 50 complete oscillations in 10 seconds. Let's answer this question. A simple pendulum makes 50 complete oscillations in 10 seconds, and its frequency is 5 Hz. So now we have what? We have complete number of oscillations and we have time. So if we want to get the frequency, we will say the number of complete oscillation or vibration over time. We have 50 complete oscillation over time 10, 50 over 10, so the frequency equal 5 Hz. And we have another rule for frequency. Frequency is the what? Is the reciprocal of periodic time. So frequency equal 1 over periodic time. Solve the exercise. An oscillating body makes 120 complete oscillations in 1 minute. Calculate the periodic time and frequency. Number 1, we want to get the frequency. So the complete number of oscillation over time. We have 120 complete oscillation over time. Time equal 1 minute. We deal with second, not minute. So 1 minute equal 60 seconds. So 120 over 60 equal 2 Hz. We said that the frequency is what? Is reciprocal of periodic time. So we can say, if we want to get time, we will say 1 over frequency. So 1 over frequency equal 2, so 1 over 2 equal half second. That's all, and see you next session. Goodbye.